Good evening and welcome to Around South Jersey. I'm your host tonight, Erica Milbourne, and today we are going to talk on a very important subject that might not affect you today, but could possibly affect you and your household tomorrow or a year from now. And we're going to talk about the importance of early prevention when it comes to being diagnosed with any type of cancer, but definitely we're going to talk tonight about neuroblastoma. And as well, we're going to talk about an important event that's coming up. It's going to be held right here on Buck Park, here at Buck Park in Millville, and that's going to take place on November the 5th. So we're going to talk about Laps for Leila, which is a fundraiser walk, which is going to be taking place, like I said, right here in Millville. Our guest tonight, and she's very nervous, but she's going to be just fine, is Barb Durfee-Russick. And she is, as far as I know, a lifelong resident of Millville?
Yes.
A lifelong resident of Millville. And she's going to talk to us a little bit about her granddaughter, her diagnosis, and basically what the fundraisers that we're going to be reviewing, that we're going to be spotlighting tonight. And hopefully you'll be able to participate. So Barb, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have we taken some deep breath exercises?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay, we're okay. So Barb, we're talking about your granddaughter, Leila. Mm-hmm. And Leila was diagnosed with neuroblastoma.
Right.
For our viewers that aren't familiar with what neuroblastoma is, could you just give us a little information, a little detail on what it is?
Yeah, it's a cancer that is usually diagnosed in kids age 1 and under. Mm-hmm. Some babies are born with it. It just can originate from the nervous system anywhere. It's just anywhere in the nervous system. The cells just don't do what they're supposed to do, and then it turns into a cancer.
Oh, okay. So how old was Leila when she was diagnosed?
She was diagnosed April 12th, and that was 2 days before her first birthday.
What a birthday gift, right?
Yeah, it was
terrible.
Really bad.
Wow. So with her being diagnosed with neuroblastoma, I'm assuming that you said she lives in Florida, you were telling me?
Yeah, they live in Florida.
They live in Florida. So when you were here in New Jersey when you got the news,
yes.
Where were you when you got the news? Like, were you home, at work? Where were you?
We knew he was, my son was taking her to get a ultrasound Monday night, the 11th, and we thought everything was fine. And the next morning he called me and said, the doctor said, you need to get her to the hospital immediately. And then maybe 2 hours later, he called me with the diagnosis, and I literally just screamed. And I said, I'll be on the next plane. And he could barely choke out, okay. And I hung up and flew to the Philadelphia airport and just was like, get me on the next flight.
Exactly.
So I had a layover and all that, but I got there at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and they let me go right in and stay with them in the room.
Awesome.
And that's pretty much how
definitely
I found
worth
out.
it. I mean, I would have flown out too.
That's right.
Once you get the news, I mean, especially when you think about how young a baby, 1-year-old, your little toddler, she's learning how to walk, learning how to speak. Life is just coming at her. They're sponges at that age, and all the way through their development time as toddlers. And then you get this kind of news. I can only imagine how heartbreaking that was. How was your son when he and his spouse? Was it
my daughter-in-law, he kind of knew something was wrong before. She just wasn't eating as much and didn't play as much. And she had, the weirdest thing was, the first sign was she got a urinary tract infection, which is very odd in a baby of that age. So the pediatrician said that before she turned 1, he wanted to do an anatomy scan just to make sure there wasn't anything wrong with the tubes and stuff that lead to the kidney. And that's how they found it, because my son was just persistent and said, I know something's not right. And Friday night before the ultrasound, he sent me a picture and he said, does anything look funny to you in this picture? And I'm looking at it like, no. But he could see that her left side seemed like it was out a little more than the right. But I said, oh, she's just pudgy little baby. So we never had a clue that it was going to be that devastating. She had surgery on August 24th in New York at Memorial Sloan Kettering. She had the best surgeon, Dr. LaQualia, and they got all of it and saved her kidney. Now she's actually on her way to New York tonight to start proton therapy radiation. And the latest scan, they still see something there, but they're not sure if it's something to be concerned about it or not. And then she'll come back to Florida and do immunotherapy. So it's a long road. And that's mainly why I want to do this, to help my son and daughter-in-law while they're out of work, being there for my granddaughter.
Okay. Well, I definitely want to show everyone who little Leila. Here she is, adorable. So this is who we're speaking about. This is Barb's granddaughter, Leila. And just a beautiful little girl.
She is.
Beautiful, beautiful. I can only imagine, hearing the news or looking at her beautiful face.
Yeah.
And then feeling like, what can I do? Feeling helpless.
Yeah.
Because really, I think it leaves you helpless when
It
you
does.
realize that our children that can't articulate, she can't tell you, Gigi, grandma, my mom, I don't feel well.
Right.
And finding a urinary tract infection
Yeah.
in a child less
It
than
saved
1
her
year
life,
old.
honestly, it did.
But it's like you often wonder, like, she couldn't have told you that she was in any kind of discomfort.
No.
When they're crying, the first thing we want to do is give them a bottle.
Right.
Want to give them a bottle. We want to rock them. We want to, we dry them and make sure they're changed and whatnot. But we don't realize that it's something so much more going on. So I give you kudos and an applause for, paying attention.
It's
and
my
for your son
he was
noticing
right on it.
something
he
not
knew.
being right.
Yeah.
Because we look at our children and we look at their little faces and like, oh, they're so cute. Oh, they're so this. But little do we do that. Like, how they tell women, do the breast exam yourself.
Exactly.
We have to be diligent. We have to be attentive, and we have to pay attention to our children.
Right.
And tell Brian, awesome job, Dad. Awesome job.
I tell him every time I talk to him.
Awesome job. He saved her life.
He did.
He saved her life. So that makes me feel good to know that because so many times. Sometimes the men don't pay as much attention as we do.
Yeah. Oh, he's.
He
pays way too much attention sometimes. But that's his. He grew up and he did what he had to do. He went to college. He got his degree, and he's a physical therapist.
Okay.
And his dream was him and his wife to move to Florida, be close to Disney, which they are, and then raise this beautiful family, build a brand new home, paid off their cars, and it's like their whole world just completely shattered. All of us have changed, and anything I can do being here in not in Florida with them to help raise funds for him to stay out of work, that's really the only thing I can do besides pray. And but I want to say she really has not let anything hold her back. She's walking on her own.
Oh, that's good.
She's saying more words. Like, they spend every minute with her, so they're using it to make sure she doesn't fall behind.
Well, tonight we're talking about Leila, and we're going to be having her first annual Laps for Leila Fundraiser Walk. It's going to be November the 5th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Buck Park here in Millville. And it's going to be, if you want more information, you can email Team Leila. Leila NJ at gmail.com. And do you have a telephone number where people can call for more information?
Yeah, 856 200 0223.
Okay, so that's 856-200-0223. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a brief break. We're going to take a minute. We're going to come back, and we're going to discuss more about Leila and this awesome first annual Laps for Leila Walk. Don't go away.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
The most important decisions a family can make are usually made around the kitchen table. At DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home, we believe pre-planning and the difficult decisions you face with the loss of a loved one should also be made around the comfort of a table, like a family. Our friendly, kind, and compassionate staff is committed to helping you get through this most difficult time. In your time of need, trust DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home, Vineland.
Hello, I'm Erica, owner here at Everything Classy Sweet Soulful Cafe. We're located at 230 North High Street in Millville. We offer a wide array of home-cooked meals, from our tasty breakfast entrees, fabulous lunch options, including homemade soups, and of course, our delicious desserts. Celebrating someone special in your life? Let us create a beautiful cake for your next celebration. We're open Thursday through Monday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Call us at 856-765-3282 or visit us online at everythingclassy.com. Everything Classy Sweet Soulful Cafe, where the main ingredient is love.
Are you ready to go green and cut down on your electric bill? Then there is only one call you need to make. Soaring Solar is your complete source for solar, including new roof installations. Soaring Solar is a veteran-owned and family-run company. Call the Soaring Solar family today and talk with one of our solar consultants. Call your local Soaring Solar consultant, Vicki Kozak, today at 856-265-1262 or email her at vkozak@soaringsolar.com.
Welcome back to Around South Jersey with Erica Milbourne tonight. And just to let you know that, I usually bring you sweet treats from my cafe, Everything Classy, Sweet, Soulful Cafe. Tonight, I am bringing you another sweet treat, basically. And it is actually in reference to little Leila. And we're discussing Leila's first annual walk. It's going to be Laps for Leila. It's a fundraiser walk that's due to take place on November the 5th. It's going to be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Buck Park here in Millville. And I'm with Leila's grandmother tonight, and that's Barb Durfee Russick. Did I say that right? Everything
Yes.
right? Okay. And we're talking about Leila and how she was diagnosed with neuroblastoma on April the 12th of 2022 this year, 2 days before her first birthday. Leila's fighting this horrible disease with her parents by her side and her grandmother. Even though you're not in Florida, you're here in New Jersey, and you're walking side by side with them as well.
Right.
And we're talking about the fundraiser walk that's going to provide funds to help the parents and Leila travel from Florida to New York, where she has a team of doctors there waiting and working on her to cure her of this horrible disease.
Right.
Okay. So, we're talking about the fundraiser walk. We want people to know that they can get involved because that's what we want. We want you to come out, participate, get involved. How can people participate? Sign up, register in the walk, the fundraiser walk.
If you want to pre-register, I would need that information by the 18th. That guarantees the size shirt that you want. We're just asking for a $25 donation, and that will let you be a part of the walk, and you'll get a T-shirt. And then I have wonderful Joe Sutherland at the end of the walk is going to provide hot dogs, and Derek Glenn is going to be a DJ for us.
Oh, nice.
And we're going to have an Alex's Lemonade stand.
Okay.
All of the profits from the Alex's Lemonade stand will go to neuroblastoma research. I really believe that the research has gotten Leila a better outcome with everything they've done so far. So if you want to sponsor, by donating $100 or more, you will get your name on the back of the T-shirt. I just need you to email me at teamleilanj@gmail.com, and I'll get the form to you and make sure I have the name correct to turn into custom graphics on Tuesday.
During the break, we were talking about Alex's Lemonade Stand and how, the neuroblastoma was the diagnosis
Of Alex.
for Alex. And you said that, when you were helping and viewing Alex's Lemonade Stand, you didn't have no way in your mind did you ever think that this would be you on the other side experiencing it with your family. How does that make you feel to know that, you didn't, when you don't have a clue?
Right. Sometimes you just, until it touches you, you don't have a clue. And when the kids were younger, we did an Alex's Lemonade Stand, and I had no idea that's what she died from. I mean, of course, I knew it was cancer. Then when all this happened and I started just trying to find as much information as I could, I realized that Alex passed away from neuroblastoma, and her goal was if everybody did a lemonade stand, they could maybe make enough money for research, and it has made a huge difference in all of these kids. Usually they don't have a very good survival rate. The place that Leila is in now, with the proton therapy and all that, she still has like a 15% chance of a reoccurrence.
Okay.
We're praying that doesn't happen.
Right.
And then once she is declared cancer-free, I want to do this every year in honor of her, and then all of the money will go back to neuroblastoma research. But for now, trying to help my son, not worry about his house and his bills so they can stay by her side while they're out of work.
Right, because insurance only covers but so much. And so many people will say, well, don't you have insurance? So what about insurance? Well, insurance doesn't cover for you. It might cover for her transportation or something like that, but then what about the parents?
And then out-of-state insurance to switch, he had to have, like the oncologist in Florida say that was the best option for her to go to MSK, and it was a lot, but my son makes sure that everything's done correctly, so I'm really proud of him. He's done really well.
Oh, that's good. And it's good to see that you have a smile on your face. I'm telling you, it's great when you can have a positive outlook on such a dark situation. And I applaud you and your family for that because, Leila is a beautiful young lady. And I call her a young lady because that's what she's going to grow up to be.
Right.
We're going to claim that.
That's right.
This 15% chance of reoccurrence, we're sweeping that out the door. That's not even going to take place. So you can help take care of that. You can help make the difference. You can help make a change. You can help save Leila's life and allow her parents to be by her side while she goes through this tough situation. It's just $25 is the minimum that they're asking that you donate. $25 will allow you to participate in the walk. It'll also give you a T-shirt. One of Leila's T-shirts, and at the end of the walk, don't worry about coming talking I'm hungry, I'm thirsty. They got you. Hot dogs and water will be provided. They're going to have a DJ with music, prizes, and also you said for the person that gives the highest donation, they're going to get a prize as well.
Yeah, the highest donation will get a $100 Visa gift card.
Okay, and
then we have all different age categories for children all the way up, and then they'll get a medal for whoever had the most donations.
Well, that's great because it's right before Christmas. The holidays are coming. If you got to buy that Thanksgiving turkey, it's perfect timing. So you'd be able to, donate. So many times you're afraid to donate because you think the money's not going to the right place. And I see people out with the cans and they're asking for donations, and so many times that money goes to a CEO somewhere, and 10 cents of a dollar or 5 cents of a dollar goes towards the actual research or the actual cure, to find the cure. The great thing about this is it's going towards definitely helping the parents to travel and the family to be able to provide the care that Leila needs. So I think that's great. So registration, you have to pre-register by October 18th.
Yeah, if you want to pre-register. If not, you can come the day of the event. We're going to have T-shirts and everything. The profit from the sale of the T-shirts, all of that will go right to my son for everything that they need. And then the Alex's Lemonade stand, like I said, all that's separate. That'll go right to Alex's Lemonade stand.
Okay. So if people don't want to walk and they just want to make a donation, should they email you, call you?
Yeah, email me, that's fine. And we're just trying to see if there's any businesses that would allow us to have a place for people to come and sign up. That is the next part, and just get as many walkers as we can. Kids in school. I have a friend that has her Girl Scout troop. They're all going to walk.
Oh, that's nice.
And just everybody's pitching in. It's just, and my son grew up in Millville. He played soccer here and all that. And it's like people, he was a good kid then. He still is. And he's done everything right. And it stinks what he's going through, but we're going to make it through.
Well, the sad part is you can do everything right when it comes to your health or to your children's health. And I think that's the most painful part. Like, I can get sick and I can take soup, drink tea, and I'm like, I'm going to be okay.
Right.
But when my children get sick, one of my sons gets sick, it's a whole different story. So I can only imagine a 1-year-old not.
And I think it's hard too to try to be supportive and not act like when I hang up from him, I fall apart.
I'm sure.
But I feel like watching him suffer, watching her suffer is just, it's a whole another level of grief. Just trying to be the supportive one when you can't.
Trust me, I know. That's why I'm saying, like, it's, and we want our viewers to understand that we want you to participate. We need you to participate. We need you to donate. Once again, the website, or the email address that you can write to, so you can send donations. It's Team Leila NJ. So that's T as in Tom, EAMLEILA NJ@gmail.com. Reach out to Barb. I mean, she'll take, I think at this point, we'll take anything.
Yes, exactly.
If you just want to do a can drive and give us $1 or $2 or anything that you can do, they would appreciate it. Leila would appreciate it. And I just want to make sure everyone sees this beautiful little girl. Here she is. This is Leila. Leila needs your help. Leila would like for you to walk on November the 5th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Buck Park here in Millville. If you cannot walk, We appreciate your donation to Team Leila NJ at gmail.com. All proceeds goes towards helping Leila and her parents travel between Florida and New York. So when you donate, it definitely makes a difference. You save a life. Leila was diagnosed approximately 2 days before her first birthday, and she was diagnosed with neuroblastoma. So your donations can and will make a difference. So, I mean, how many grandchildren do you have?
I have 3.
3? Mm-hmm. And Leila, she's the youngest?
Yeah, she's the youngest.
Okay. She's the youngest with a blast, right?
Yeah.
They always say the youngest one has the, all the all
I just
of it.
feel like if it wasn't for Zoom, I don't know how I would handle it, because she knows who I am.
Right.
She says, my mom, she blows me kisses and all that. So it's, and the kids, my other 2 grandkids get to, like the picture was in my car when I picked up my other granddaughter from school today, and she goes, oh, there's Leila. So it's like you can still be a part of their life even if you're in another state by that.
Definitely. Zoom has proven that, I think, with COVID being so prevalent with our communities over the past 2 years.
Right.
Zoom has definitely stepped up and shown us that even with those barriers, you can still feel connected. You still feel that connection. And with that being said, it just made me reflect how people, COVID has been the main focus. And during this whole time, you have COVID and then you have this. So, and they made you believe that COVID was the worst thing in the world for a while. And then you hear neuroblastoma. It's like, oh, COVID is nothing.
COVID was no big deal.
COVID is nothing. Let's take some Theraflu. Let's get a booster shot.
Right.
COVID is nothing. What's more important now is Leila with her diagnosis. So I definitely think that this is a time where people can realize that COVID is nothing, when it comes to, and don't get me wrong, I don't want to diminish anyone's experience with COVID. That's not what we're doing.
It just put it in a different category on my important list.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, we're going to go to a quick commercial. We'll be back right after these messages. Don't go away.
Am I forgetting it?
Well, Wildflower Vegan Cafe is one of the longest running all vegan eateries in the state, and the only one in South Jersey to feature so much local and organic produce, where everything is made in-house from scratch. We have a small seasonal menu that changes frequently. We can always find healthy, hearty salads, wraps, soup, and baked goods, all made in-house.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
Hello, I'm Erica, owner here at Everything Classy Sweet Soulful Cafe. We're located at 230 North High Street in Millville. We offer a wide array of home-cooked meals, from our tasty breakfast entrees, fabulous lunch options, including homemade soups, and of course, our delicious desserts. Celebrating someone special in your life? Let us create a beautiful cake for your next celebration. We're open Thursday through Monday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Call us at 856-765-3282 or visit us online at everythingclassy.com. Everything Classy Sweet Soulful Cafe, where the main ingredient is love.
In South Jersey, we do things our own way. We say things out loud, face things head on, and never back down. And that's how we fight cancer. With the most advanced diagnostics, leading-edge technology, and a team of doctors who know how to treat your cancer. And most importantly, we do it right here at the Frank and Edith Scarpa Cancer Center, Vineland, and the Leading Edge Cancer Center, Mullica Hill.
Welcome back to Around South Jersey. I'm your host tonight, Erica Milbourne, and we are talking about our first annual laps for Leila Fundraiser Walk. This is Leila here, little Leila. Leila was diagnosed with neuroblastoma on April the 12th of this year. It was actually 2 days before her first birthday. She continues to fight this horrible disease with her parents by her side. And we are organizing the first annual Laps for Leila Fundraiser Walk, so her parents will be able to travel between Florida and New York, where Leila has a team of doctors there helping her and working feverishly, I would say, to get her a cure and to bring her whole, just to get her whole. So this walk, the first annual Laps for Leila Fundraiser Walk, will be held on November the 5th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It will take place at Buck Park here in Millville. There is time still for you to register. Registration is until October the 18th. And you can register by going to, or by emailing Team Leila, and that's Leila is spelled L as in Larry, EILA, NJ@gmail.com. Also, there's a Facebook page called Team Leila, and that Facebook page will allow you to print out the pledge sheet. It'll keep you up to date with the information, so it is an event page, and if you'd like to join, just submit. Just click
just have to ask
that you would like to join.
Right.
So one thing we want our viewers to know is the event is on November the 5th. It is rain or shine.
Yes.
So put on the poncho.
How about just pray for no rain?
Pray for no rain, but if you have rain, just put on a poncho. Don't toss the day. Don't say, oh, this is not going to work. Still come out, participate. And if you cannot walk, we are still asking you to still make a pledge. Your pledge, we're asking for a minimum of $25, but whatever you can give, we would, Leila's grandmother here. I got Barb Durfee Russick is my guest, and she would appreciate anything that you can help for her son, Brian, and him and his wife are actually dealing with this. And I don't want to call it a horrible thing, because you know what? I truly believe that with every trial there is a testimony, and with every testimony there's a lesson to learn.
Right.
And we always wonder, what is the lesson? What is going on here? Whether it's just humility that we're being taught, to be thankful, grateful, just to even cherish the small
And if
things.
you feel something's wrong with your child, there's nothing like a parent's intuition to follow through on that if you think something's wrong, because it saved her life.
Exactly.
And they haven't left her side since that day. And when I got there, I'll never forget, the oncologist was like, she's going to be fine. And we were like, are you crazy? But they've seen it so much, and if they're diagnosed before the age of 1, they have like a 95% chance of being okay if it's caught early. And that's the other blessing. It didn't spread anywhere. She just had another bone marrow biopsy. It's not there. We're very blessed that they caught it as early as they did. So
if you are just joining us, Leila's father actually realized something was wrong. He looked at her and he said, Mom, something doesn't look quite right. Look at this. Something's not right on her side. And when they, they realized that, she had a urinary tract infection. And this is, keep in mind, this is under the age of 1.
Right.
So Leila wasn't able to say, it hurts or something doesn't feel right. It took the parents being, aware, paying attention, looking at her and realizing something does not look quite right. So early prevention is the best key. You would say? Early prevention.
Absolutely. If you feel something's wrong, just keep pushing and investigating. And her pediatrician actually sobbed. He cried when he told my son that that's probably what it was, and they need to get her to the hospital. And that hospital was an hour and a half away from where they live. I don't know. It was just, it's turned our whole world upside down.
I can imagine.
But we feel like we're in a little better place now than when it first started. Like, we've gotten through the surgery now. There's a long road ahead of radiation and immunotherapy, but I just feel like she'll get her hair back and all that, and we'll just be, she likes to wear great big bows. Her mommy likes to make sure of that, so now she knows how to take the bow off and put it on all by herself. But she's beautiful, and she's smart, and she deserves to have a full life. So Leila was diagnosed with neuroblastoma, and so just so people understand, this affects what parts of the body, or what part of her body it can originate anywhere there's nerves. So hers was on her left kidney, the adrenal gland, above the kidney. And it's just that the cells just misfire and don't do the job they're supposed to do. And literally, I'm pretty sure the statistic was maybe 600 kids a year. But that's nothing. Like, you think it's terrible. And you think, wow, out of all those kids, 600 kids. Just think that. It's not a lot that happened to my grandchild. Right. And it's just, when my son told me that, I was like, are you kidding? Like, you don't hear about it, so you don't think about it.
Exactly.
And now we're living it. So
now, were there any early like tests maybe, or was it someone in the family previous that had any type of cancers that they questioned or realized like this could be something that's passed down or genetic?
No, it's not genetic. They did do the testing on that, so it was not genetic.
Okay.
I think it was just, I mean, when I was there on the oncology floor, there was infants that were born with it, stage 4 neuroblastoma, tiny little babies. So I don't know. I think where she, like an infant might not eat as much, but she stopped eating. So that was a big red flag that something was wrong. And then she couldn't.
Okay.
So now she's experimenting with, calls them cakeys.
Cakeys?
Pancakes. She loves them.
Bring her to the cafe.
Exactly.
I have
When
cakeys.
she comes to Millville, I will bring her to meet you.
Yes, I have cakeys. Bring her to the cakeys spot. So she stopped eating. So that was a clear sign that something was wrong.
Yeah.
Was there any other signs that
just
was
sleeping more than usual? Like she wasn't as active as she had been early because she was hitting all of her milestones. So, you know, it was pretty like, you could tell.
Right.
And you could just see, like, she just didn't look like she felt good, but we never thought it was something like that.
So serious.
So, yeah.
Oh, but otherwise, her development?
Yeah, she's doing really
teeth,
good.
everything, she's just moving right along.
And there's these new shoes, they're called Squeak something, but it teaches them when they take a step that it makes a noise. Well, we sent her a pair in the hospital, and it took her like 2 minutes to realize that if I stomp, this is going to... She was just all over the place, stomp, 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 squeak. I was like, I'm glad they didn't have them when my kids were little.
Exactly.
But she's smart, and she's enjoying everything she can out of life as much as she can. They make sure she's blowing bubbles and doing all the fun things that she likes to do.
Kids do. Oh, that is so cute. Now, is she the only child?
For them, yeah.
Only child for them. Okay.
And I think she always will be. I don't think they'll try that again.
Oh, come on.
I don't know. I would love that, but I don't know.
Exactly. Well, she'll need to have a little brother or a little sister that she can tell her story to and say, come on, you can do it. I did it. You can do it. Come on.
I'll be surprised if they let her out of their sight ever.
Of course.
That's going to be a full-time job.
You know, I have two sons. One of them is 33, the other's 28, and they have no children. So I'm always saying, you know, when you have kids, I want a little girl. Like I placed my order. I'm not in a rush. I haven't given them a deadline or a date. I just tell them when you do, I'd like a little girl. And, you know, we think about little children and babies, and we never think that this could be in their path. Or we don't want it to be in their path because we are parents and we want to protect.
Yeah, cancer is horrible for any age, and it affects the whole family. But when it's an infant, it's just... You can't even wrap your head around it. It's just horrible.
I can only imagine because you can't. It's like Leila can't even tell you what's going on. Like today, I feel like this. You have to look for all the signs. You have to look. Is she sleepy? Is she sleeping more than normal? Is she not eating? Is she not focusing? You know, because they can get a little like one of them stares into like and they're not focusing. Or is she not wanting to touch her iPad or you know the little toys that you have for her? So it is very important as parents that we stay focused. And everyone, it's, you know, they say it takes a village. Right. And even though you're up here, you're part of that village because you're making this happen. And this, so what we're talking about is, gotta stay on track. Neuroblastoma, we are on track because Leila is the topic. Neuroblastoma is what Leila was diagnosed with on April the 12th. They're having their first annual Laps for Leila Fundraiser Walk. It's going to take place on November the 5th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's going to take place at Buck Park here in Millville. And if you need more information, you want to get more information, how about you just want to put a team together? You know, get your friends, put a team together that's going to walk for Leila. It's we were asking for a minimum of $25 a person for the walk. And that way you can get your T-shirts together if you register by October the 18th. Your $25 donation will cover your T-shirt. It'll cover, after the walk, you have hot dogs and water is going to be provided. They're going to have music, prizes. And, of course, for the highest person that donates, they're going to get a $100 gift card. Right. Just in time for the holidays. Right. So this is a win-win situation. It sounds like a win-win to me. Yeah. Definitely. And your donation, as far as the $25 or more, because you can give any amount, they will appreciate any donations, will actually go towards the transportation for Leila and her parents to be able to travel between Florida and New York, where a team of doctors is caring for Leila. So... What else do we need to know about Leila? I mean, her smile, what does she
She's
do? What
very
does she
feisty,
say?
and now that she's starting to talk, she will tell them no and point the nurses to the door. So I think she has favorite nurses, but when one or more come in, she knows something's going to happen, so she gets a little upset.
So she knows.
But yeah, she's a sweet little girl.
Aw.
And she speaks up when she needs to, so that's good.
Aw. So Leila, you said her hair is all gone now.
Yeah.
Her hair is due to the treatments.
Yes.
But she still likes her big bows.
Oh, yeah, she loves big
Oh, that is
bows.
so cute. What is the cutest bow that she wears that you can think of?
Oh my gosh.
Like,
Well,
what
she's
does it
got
look
one
like?
on in that picture with sequins on it, but it's just, she usually has, it's just ginormous.
Okay. So this
I
is the
feel
one
like
that she wears.
needs a neck brace. It's kind of that big. But she takes it off, puts it on all by herself, and now that she's done the chemo, hopefully everything will turn back.
What advice would you give grandmothers that's going
goodness.
through this? I mean, in words of encouragement.
Yeah.
How about that?
Just try to be there for your son or daughter-in-law and just be as supportive as you can because they're having a hard time keeping it together. And then I've had my moments where I've cried in front of them, but I try to keep it to myself or call my girlfriends and then
and cry on
they
them.
have caller ID, so
Right.
they don't answer. No, I'm kidding. But I guess just be as supportive as you can, and it's part your child too because you're watching your baby with their baby.
Exactly.
And I'm just looking forward to skipping down Main Street, USA, and going to the Bippity Boppity Boutique with both of my granddaughters one day, and that's the goal for now. You have to keep your eye on the prize at the end. So
Right. So your goal is we're going to Disney.
yeah, she's going to ring that bell, and we're going to go down and have the birthday she should have had last year. So.
Well, we're going to go to a quick commercial. We'll be right back. Don't go away. We're going to wrap it up on our next go-round with Barb Durfee-Russick. I keep making sure I'm saying that name right. And we're talking about little Leila and being diagnosed with neuroblastoma and the Laps for Leila Fundraiser Walk, which is going to take place November 5th. So don't go away. We'll be right back after this commercial.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
The most important decisions a family can make are usually made around the kitchen table. At DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home, we believe pre-planning and the difficult decisions you face with the loss of a loved one should also be made around the comfort of a table, like a family. Our friendly, kind, and compassionate staff is committed to helping you get through this most difficult time. In your time of need, trust DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home, Vineland.
Hello, I'm Erica, owner here at Everything Classy Sweet Soulful Cafe. We're located at 230 North High Street in Millville. We offer a wide array of home-cooked meals, from our tasty breakfast entrees, fabulous lunch options, including homemade soups, and of course, our delicious desserts. Celebrating someone special in your life? Let us create a beautiful cake for your next celebration. We're open Thursday through Monday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Call us at 856-765-3282 or visit us online at everythingclassy.com. Everything Classy Sweet Soulful Cafe, where the main ingredient is love.
Are you ready to go green and cut down on your electric bill? Then there is only one call you need to make. Soaring Solar is your complete source for solar, including new roof installations. Soaring Solar is a veteran-owned and family-run company. Call the Soaring Solar family today and talk with one of our solar consultants. Call your local Soaring Solar consultant, Vicki Kozak, today at 856-265-1262 or email her at vkozak@soaringsolar.com.
Welcome back to Around South Jersey. I'm your host tonight, Erica Milbourne, and my guest tonight is Barb Durfee-Russick, and we're discussing her granddaughter, Leila. Leila was diagnosed with neuroblastoma on April the 12th of this year, 2 days before her first birthday, and she's fighting this horrible disease with her parents by her side. However, the annual walk that we're starting, the first one that's going to take place on November the 5th, is so that Leila's parents and Leila are able to travel between Florida and New York, where Leila has a team of doctors providing treatment, and 100% of the proceeds are going towards Leila's care as far as transportation and any other care. Household bills, any other incidental expenses that they are experiencing, her son is experiencing at this time. So we just want to make sure everyone knows that the first annual walk, this is the first year, Laps for Leila Fundraiser Walk will take place on November the 5th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's going to take place at Buck Park here in Millville, New Jersey. You can definitely participate. Bring a team. If you sponsor, if a team comes together or you sponsor $100, or more, your team name, can it be a team?
It can be a team name, a family, a business, anything. Your
name will be on the back of the T-shirt. You would have to do that during the pre-registration period, which is taking place by October the 18th in order to get your name in on time for the back of the T-shirts. They are requesting a $25 donation that will allow you to get a T-shirt. And if you pre-register, they can guarantee your size.
Right.
Unfortunately, if you don't pre-register, you're not guaranteed your size T-shirt, and they're only while quantities last. However, you can still register the day of the walk on November the 5th. So you were telling us that you're going to be at the City Commission meeting on the 18th?
Yeah, Tuesday night.
On Tuesday night. And what can people do? Can they come there and register? What can they do?
Yeah, if they want to come to the meeting afterwards, we're going to have pledge sheets and the registration forms, anything that anybody would need, or if they have any questions, I'll stay after the meeting and talk.
Okay. So if you come to the City Commission meeting, which is going to take place here in Millville on the 18th, registration forms will be there and available for you. You'll be able to register. And you're also giving out a prize, some prizes?
Yeah, the top donation will get a $100 Visa gift card. And then we have categories that'll be a medal for whoever has the most in their age category at the end of the walk.
Okay, that's nice. So just in time for the holidays, you know, I think that's great that you have that incentive available. However, incentive enough is just to know that you're doing something to help Leila and her family. So if you can, any donation is going to be welcomed. At this event, you said you're going to have Alex's Lemonade Stand.
Yeah, at the end of the walk, we'll have that. And any profits made from that, well, any donations at all given to that goes directly to Alex's Lemonade Stand for neuroblastoma research. And then when Leila is declared cancer-free and rings the bell, every year after that, in her honor, we'll do the walk, and all of the money will go to neuroblastoma research. I was trying to get my son through these next few rounds of treatment and stuff so that he doesn't have to worry about his house or bills or travel.
Right.
And he can just focus on her.
Because there's just some things that insurance does not cover.
No.
And we realize that. It doesn't cover your home expenses. It does not cover your transportation as the parents, because you're not the sick person or the person with the disease or the ailment. So they don't handle that. So these, all the proceeds, the donations that you provide will go towards his household expenses, helping her son, Brian, and his wife to be able to actually, you know, survive.
Yeah, and just take that pressure off of having anything else to worry about except getting her better. So.
Exactly. So neuroblastoma, if you're just joining us, can you tell our audience what exactly it is again? Because we're going to, you know, get ready to wrap things up, but we want people to know exactly what we're working towards or what the cause is and what Leila's dealing with.
Yeah, it's a childhood cancer that starts anywhere there's nerves in your body. Leila's was in her left adrenal gland, and it surrounded her left kidney. It can be in your brain, anywhere there's nerves. It just, for some reason, the cells just don't do what they're supposed to do and then multiply and turn into cancer. It's usually little tiny babies, and I'm just thankful that they caught hers in time, that she has a really good chance of being okay.
Yes. I can only imagine You know, I don't even, I can't imagine. I don't even.
The only reason I'm smiling now is because we're on the other side of the surgery,
Right.
and it's like, you know, we got to do what we got to do, but she's in a better place than she was when this all started.
Exactly.
We had no idea what was going to happen.
Well,
So,
for most people, just hearing the word, the big C, any type of cancer,
Right.
You know, whether it's skin cancer or, you know, or breast cancer or, you know, kidney, anything. Once you hear the word, the big C, it automatically you think, oh my gosh, this
Death
person is
sentence.
going to, it's a death
Exactly.
sentence. But so medicine is so far advanced now that, like you said, if you catch it early enough,
Right.
if you pay attention to the signs, and you were telling us some of the signs where she stopped, her eating pattern changed. Your son paid attention to that. He noticed that she wasn't, you know, she didn't look quite right.
Yeah,
in
I
her
thought she was
structure.
just chubby, but he knew. He said something's wrong on this side. And I think the neatest thing about the research so far is this new immunotherapy that she'll be getting. It literally will train her body that if it reoccurs, that her body will attack it. It's just amazing. Like they did a stem cell retrieval, and they'll put that back in, and it makes her very sick, but it'll give her body the ability to fight it.
Fight, exactly. Give her the ammunition
Exactly.
that her body will need to fight. So I mean, I think that's a great thing right there. It's so much, like I said, medicine has come so far and so advanced now, the technology with medicine, that if you pay attention, if you catch it and you say, you know, something's not quite right here, you know, and as parents, we tend to be that way. I know with my kids, if I notice them not sleeping, I can hear them sleeping. Or I had my youngest son one time, I heard him snoring, and I was like, nah, something doesn't sound right. And then I noticed nightly he was snoring, and then I started noticing him gurgling. Like I would see actual foam bubbles coming up.
Oh my goodness.
Well, he needed his tonsils and adenoids taken out, and I didn't know. And he, you know.
And he didn't know.
He
because
didn't know.
was sleeping.
He was sleeping. And then, but I would, you know, at night, as a parent, most parents do, you go look at your children and you look at them and you're looking at them and say, oh, he's so handsome, he's so precious. And that's what I was doing. And then I would hear him snoring, like, that doesn't sound right. And it was like, turn over on your side. You know how we do.
Right.
Not realizing.
Trying to fix everything.
Trying to fix everything. Not realizing that it was so much more. And I know that's minimum compared to neuroblastoma. But it's I correlate that with parents paying attention.
Right.
Being vigilant with your children. If you see something, say something. Because
right.
that's, you know, a lot of times, oh, you're okay. Go ahead. Go play.
When I think in the beginning, the doctor was like, ay, first-time parents, because, you know, but he knew, and he just kept saying something's not right. And that's why they agreed to do the ultrasound, just to make sure, and it saved her life.
Because that's usually what happens. You say, oh, they're a first-time parent.
Yeah.
They got a boo-boo. Oh, let me kiss it. Let me put a Band-Aid on it. Let me put some Neosporin. Let me work on it.
Right.
And it's just like, it's just a little hairline scratch, you know? It's like, what are you doing? But it's good that they realized that it was not just a hairline scratch. It's
That's
so much
right.
more going on, and we need to be diligent in making sure Leila is doing well. So we hope you'll participate. It's the first annual Laps for Leila Fundraiser Walk, November the 5th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's going to take place at Buck Park here in Millville, New Jersey. If you want to get more information, you can email teamleilanj@gmail.com. You can go on the Facebook page, Team Leila. On there, you'll find pledge sheets. It'll be information. Keep in mind, this event is rain or shine, but on the website, it'll keep you up to date. The donation that we're requesting is $25 minimum. However, we'll accept any dollar. Any dollar amount would be appreciated. And pre-registration is until October the 18th. You need a form, come on down to City Commission meeting on the 18th. You'll be able to get a registration form there. And if you sponsor over $100 or more, your name is going to be on the back of that T-shirt with your name, your business name, your team name, any name. Let's just make it happen. Let's be sponsors. Grandma, you know, it's been a pleasure. I want to make
Thank
sure
you.
is there anything else you want our viewers to know? Anything about Leila? Anything about this precious smile, this precious little girl that you want our viewers to know about, other than she's the sweetest granddaughter that you have?
Yeah, I can't say that. I have another granddaughter. She'll
Hopefully she's not listening. Grandma didn't say that. I
did not say that. She did. I just want her to be able to have a normal childhood and get this out of the way and in the rearview mirror, and let her just live a long, happy, healthy life.
Oh, you'll have to come back and update us.
I will.
You'll have to
Thank
let
you.
us know if it's no more than on the Team Leila Facebook page. We need to have some updates knowing how she's doing,
Okay.
how her recovery is going.
And when she comes to
and
New
success.
Jersey, I'll bring her to meet
For some
you
cake
at
cakes.
your-
What are they called?
Yeah, we'll get cakeys at your...
Cakeys at my cafe.
There
That'll
you
be
go.
great. Well, and as well, if you'd like, I would be more than glad to take some registration forms to the
Okay.
cafes
All
or
right,
pledge
thank you.
forms to the cafe as well.
Okay.
So if you come by Everything Classy Sweet Soulful Cafe, and stop in, you'll be able to get a registration form, a pledge form,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll be able to take it. I won't be taking any donations for the pledge. You'll just take the form. You'll
Mm-hmm.
be able to pick the forms up there and see that it gets to the right location, gets to Barb and her team. Okay. So at this point, I want to thank you for joining us tonight for Around South Jersey with Erica Milbourne and our guest Barb Durfee-Russick as we talk about her granddaughter Leila. Please participate in the first annual Laps for Leila fundraiser walk. Your dollar will make a difference. It will make a change. It can and will save a life. And this is going to be taking place on November the 5th. Pre-registration is till the 18th, but you can definitely register the day of the event. Just come on down to Buck Park. So I want to thank you for joining us tonight. I hope you have a great rest of the week, and see you next time.
This has been a QBC television production, in association with our partners and sponsors. QBC broadcasts on Comcast Cable Channel 22, and live streams its programming on Facebook and YouTube. All rights reserved by Quinn Media and QBC, programming that serves the South Jersey market.